A tall order for Orlando, down by 10. With nearing 5 minutes to go, they're going to have to get the Maulers off the field. Some would say a bit conservative, but the 25-yard field goal is good. Cuts it down to a 10-score game, or a 10-point game, pardon me. 48-38. Maulers trying to go 4-0. T-Pat trying to go 12-0 all time in regular season games as a owner/coach. From the goal line, Kaleka on the return at a 100-yard return in the first half up to the 24-yard line. If Orlando goes 1-3, it's Orlando, New York, and Oklahoma City at the bottom of the standings. Cleveland at 1-2 will play tomorrow against Baltimore, and if they fall to 1-3, then basically your 4 playoff teams have pulled ahead by a considerable margin. But I wouldn't sleep on Orlando. Out of all the 1-3 teams, this team looks scary. Marconi back to throw. He's going to swing it outside to Chambers. That's exactly what Orlando wants. Only a 1-yard gain. Everyone covered down the field. Chambers wise to not go out of bounds. 2nd and 9. Cooley, 14 catches, 179 yards, but targeted 21 times. Cooley targeted 24 times the last 2 games. 48 times total. 16 and 18 catches respectively. Marconi back to throw. Marconi's in trouble. He's sacked. Loss of 2. It's 3rd down. They have been converting 3rd downs all night, and this one is the biggest. 3rd and 11, 48-38, and this honestly could decide the game. Because it's not often Minneapolis gets put in 3rd and long situations. I formation with 3 receivers. Orlando praying. They need something. Down to 6 on the play clock. Marconi back to throw against a 4-man rush. Marconi looking. Hits he through the pass is caught. First down to the 38-yard line. It's Cooley again. And the comeback trail gets steeper for Orlando. What a throw. Under duress. About to get hit again. Three and a half to play. Rollers would need an hour, the Maulers, pardon. Boy, I'm surprised I haven't said that more often tonight. Would need a colossal meltdown here. They look like they're en route to 4-0. 3 receivers again. Marconi back to pass. Nearly, oh man, he almost threw a pick. A.J. Lacoste nearly had it. Abaratsmo targeted 22nd time. He's got 17 grabs, but they're quiet grabs. 2nd and 10, that stops the clock, and that's another thing that could hurt Minneapolis in these situations moving forward, is when you throw in completions, you're letting Orlando save their timeouts. They are lucky that did not turn into a worse play. 2nd and 10. Marconi high snap, back to pass. Going to go deep down the left-hand side. Got Cooley. Cooley 35-30, 25-20 for the first time all night. Cooley breaks free, and the Maulers have put it away. And over 50 points again. Orlando, for so long tonight, did everything they needed to do to give themselves a chance. And finally, it just crumbled down on top of them. James Cooley, a rock. He has had one heck of a game tonight. The Intimidators just couldn't force enough turnovers, just couldn't force enough stops. They had opportunities tonight. That kickoff return by Kaleka was major. After Orlando had gone up 28-24, scoring 21 unanswered points, and for Kaleka to return that 100 yards, that was so big in the first half. And what a victory, what a jump, showing adversity by Minneapolis tonight when they were faced with it really for the first time. First and 10 from the 30. 4 receivers with Matsumoto in the gun. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto looking deep. He's got a... Oh, what a play. What a play down the field. Lorenzo Allen was the intended receiver. I think Kaleka made the defended pass. That was pretty special. 2nd and 10. Isn't that special? 2nd and 10 at the 30, 4 receivers. Eight in the box. Matsumoto going deep again, has Gunner just barely. 1st and 10, and Orlando not giving up. Matsumoto still on target. 4 receivers, again they bring the blitz, a short quick pass to Allen. Was out of bounds with 2:31 to go, 2nd and 6. Would take a miracle. Orlando came back from 17 points already once tonight. They'd have to do it again in 2.5 minutes. Second down and 6. From the Minneapolis 44, 4 receivers. Matsumoto check down to Parker. Parker trying to get going, just couldn't get the gears turning fast enough. 3rd and 5. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up with your post-game show. Highlight stats and analysis. Pass caught, making a move, going the wrong way. 4th down. And Orlando will have to go for it. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Mahler Radio Network. Turn it on and you're in beast mode. This is Mahler Football on Mahler Radio 97.9 KMAL KMO. A frigid night here in Minneapolis, but it was all worth it for these fans who saw one heck of a game. 4th down and 5, Orlando going for it, and Matsumoto's pass in traffic is incomplete. Big stop for the Mahler defense, and that puts this game away, although Orlando will try to use their 3 timeouts. That's just a bad throw from Matsumoto. Didn't really have too many of those tonight. The only interception that Minneapolis managed was not his fault. Threw a couple touchdowns tonight as well, and now the Maulers are going to try to go for 60 points again. And the wheels could really fall off here for Orlando if they give up another score. 1st and 10 of the 44. Marconi back to pass. Or is that Marconi in the ball game? No, that's the backup. Donald Miller with the catch, a 5-yard gain and a timeout Orlando. Nice of Minneapolis to pull out Marconi. Another tremendous night for him. 4 receivers. Marconi, the backup throwing on a 2nd and 5. Pass is caught by Miller. At least I think it looked like a backup pass. Floated down the middle of the field, and that is just another tremendous play from Donald Miller, and he paid for it. Orlando down to 1 timeout. And victory formation for the Maulers. It looks like DHNYC is going to win the $10 tonight from Alan JD. Orlando burns their last timeout. Minneapolis may have to kick a field goal or punt the ball away. Orlando's got a lot to hold their head up about. 1 and 3. But a great performance tonight. There's only so much you can do against the Maulers. They did hold them under their season average. As the clock continues to run. Orlando's next game, they are off next week, and then they face the Honolulu Legends again. That'll be a huge game against his wife, Jamie Walsh, who at that point could be 3-1 if they take care of business at Oklahoma City next week. Down to 8 on the play clock. I guess they could kick a 50-yard field goal, because they will have to do something with it. Brings up a 4th down and 15. Orlando out of timeouts. But the Intimidators, a valiant effort tonight. Just couldn't make it happen. So Orlando gets one last opportunity to help their point spread. They'll try to pin Orlando inside the 10. That's a great kick. And they're going to do it. Down to the 7-yard line, and that wasted some time off the clock as well. Matsumoto will trot back out on the field. First down and 10 from the 7. 4 wide receivers. Matsumoto to throw. He's going deep again. That pass is caught by Gunner, and Gunner could score past midfield. 40, 30, 20, and the Maulers fall asleep and allow a touchdown in the last 10 seconds. No quit in the Intimidators, and I'm sure owner Thomas Paternetti is furious because the Maulers didn't just run one more play. They could have ran the clock out. Instead, they gave Orlando another opportunity, and the Intimidators make up some ground. I just realized I just won the contest. I'm so sorry, Daly. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Onside kick for Orlando. Oh, we have seen it all, haven't we? Onside kick from Orlando is fielded by Minneapolis. And they will finally take a knee. Wow. I'm so sorry, Daly. At least you're 2-1 and in third place. You have that going for you. That was good. That's the end of the game, and dang it, I couldn't get Dan and Peter in time, so we'll do the post-game show right here. 55-45. What a night. 622-576. Orlando hung in there as Minneapolis controlled time of possession. Zach Parker at the beginning of the first half put Orlando up 35-31. But after that, it was all downhill. They did not score another touchdown until that last 10 seconds. The Maulers defense just stepped up and played. Look at the sidearm throw in between two defenders to Abarazzo. Abarazzo was good tonight, but Cooley was great. We'll see more of him in this highlight, as was Donald Miller. Cooley had 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gunner had 215 yards and 2 scores for Orlando. Parker finishes with 217 yards and 3 scores. A.J. Lacoste, 12 tackles for Orlando, 9 tackles for Jeb Gatlin. Another big play by Thomas Gunner. Great point by T-Pat in the chat room. David Baja faces his former team, the Rollers, next week when San Francisco comes to town. This was the back-breaking play as James Cooley finally broke free and took it to the house. That put him up 55-38. Orlando kept playing. Donald Miller takes a huge shot right here as Minneapolis trying to run out the clock. On one of the last plays of the game, Matsumoto makes Minneapolis pay for taking a knee too quickly as Gunner gets the catch. Marconi finishes with under 600 passing yards. That's shocking. 55-45 overall, the final score. Minneapolis improves to 4-0, and Orlando falls to 1-3. New York, Oklahoma City, Orlando, potentially Cleveland, depending upon how they play tomorrow night. Could be all bunched up at the bottom. Marconi, 56 of 73, 589 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 121.3 quarterback rating. The Maulers, 55, Orlando, 45. We thank you for watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch. I have been your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. Good night from Minnesota.